Right then, welcome back to the channel and another overland video. So today, as you can see behind me, we're working on the Touareg 7P. So far, it's already got quite a few mods on there. We've got the light bars, we've got the ditch light bracket, it's got the lift kit, wheels, tyres, livery, tent box, rock sliders as well. But all these modifications are quite mild, and we never intended to do any crazy off-roading in this car because one, it's quite new, it's quite nice. We didn't want to ruin it, but we have ruined it in a way, I suppose. So if you haven't already seen the video, we took it to Wales, down some of the worst green lanes you've ever seen in the UK, maybe in the world. Oh. But yeah, it came out a little bit damaged, so we have done a full damage report on this, but ideally, we need 4 new doors. It was just chaos, really. Now it's already kind of rough and ready. I think we're going to do a little bit more with it. The plan is we're going to cut the front bumper off. Well, the lower half of the front bumper and make a tubular bar for that. Same on the rear, and that's going to complement the rear wheel carrier that we're going to be having on that for the spare wheel. And then we're going to try and put some 33s on this as well. So yeah, I think originally the plan for this was make it into a bit of a soft roader, but now the damage has been done, we're going to make it a little bit more extreme and do some more extreme off-roading in it. So the first job, to wick this lower valance off and yeah, see what we're going to attach the tube to. Let's get cracking with this front valance.
Aye. That was a bit
done.
A bit personal, that.
What, that? Whoa. I'm going to hand you over to Harry, and Harry's going to take the valance off.
Is he?
He is. Harry's managed to get the front valance off. It looks a little bit messy under here at the minute, so we're going to have to do a bit of trimming. Probably going to cut the bumper just under this line. Same with the wheel arches, just trim those, and obviously the arches on the side. One thing you can notice under here is the intercoolers. So we're not planning on doing a front mount on this, but it does mean that whatever bar we kind of make for the front, we're going to have to triangulate it and probably box off those just to protect those intercoolers from getting any damage when off-roading. But I think it's going to look pretty cool. Just need to get the back off now. So another reason why we decided to take this off, obviously we did a little bit of damage on this bottom corner. All the fog light was smashed, so that went in bin. So that's that were another reason why we decided to take it off and cut it to bits. So, quick update on the Touareg. Now we've got the bumpers off. So that's the front. Now the rear's off as well. As you've probably seen on the time lapse, Harry's got the swing out tow bar off there, and we've currently got this OEM hitch receiver rear crash bar. I think we're either going to modify this so the receiver sits further up, or potentially just make his own. Not 100% sure on that yet, but I think it looks pretty neat now. We've obviously trimmed it. The arch liners need trimming as well. We're definitely going to have to do something with the exhaust. Not 100% sure yet, but probably follow it up here. Maybe have like a side exit on both sides, or maybe just one side. Not 100% sure. The KN petrols, like the V8s and that, have got 2 exhausts. These have only got 1, so it does make it look a little bit weird. And then we're going to have like a nice tube that follows the car, maybe a couple of additional recovery points on the back as well. But I think it will look pretty cool. Obviously we need to cut these arches. This one was already broke when we went to Wales. Hopefully, with a bit more trimming on the front, probably going to have to do the sill mod on this like we do on the earlier Touaregs. But it'd be nice if we could get some 33s on this and lift it up a little bit more. So it's just in the wash bay now. I think while the bumper's off, we're just going to clean out the intercoolers and the radiator that's definitely seen better days. But yeah, we'll crack on with that and then we'll continue with the bumpers. So, quick update on the 7P. As you can see from all the dots and probably the GoPro footage already, Harry's done quite a bit of scanning on this to scan the full rear end, and that will allow us to mock up and draw the tubular bumper setup that we're wanting to do. And then this is what comes out the other side. So, as you can see, we've got all the bumper reference up here, but then we've got all the mounting points for the crash bar. And there we have the front. Again, we've got the reference points for all the bumper all the way along, the recovery points. And then if we have a look underneath, we've got references for the crash bar bolts, like the rad pack bolts and everything. So we've got a pretty good reference to go off. We can do some drawings now for the bumper. We'll have a look at them when Harry's done that. So, a bit of an update on the Touareg. Finally got it back after it's been away for a good few weeks now, I think. But it's back, so let's have a look what's been done. So, first of all, the rear tubular bumper with the built-in receiver hitch is all done. Looks pretty good. Look a lot better when it's all powder coated, finished. That does mean we're having to adjust the rear exhaust system. So I think we're going to do something similar to the V10, which we'll put a picture of what that looks like, but I think we're just going to tee it off at the back and then just have like a side exit come out about here. And then for the front, we have got the same again. Front tubular bumper is all done. We've got his logo in there and some ducting for the radiators. But yeah, I think that's going to look pretty sweet when that's on as well. So we're just going to sort the exhaust now, and then the bumpers are going to come back off, sent off for powder coating, and then bolted back on. And then well, we've got no choice because this is going to drum clog this weekend, so these need to be done, finished. Let's crack on. So we'll start at the back, bit of an update on the exhaust. It is now done. I think it looks pretty sick. It'd be nice when it all discolours the same. We'll put a clip up now of what it sounds like, but we're going to get the bumpers on first. So as you can see, the bumpers are back from powder coat. We've gone for a textured matte black finish. I think it looks quite robust. Installation of the rear is pretty straightforward. Obviously we've already cut the lower half of the bumper, and then this is just a case of bolting it on with the 4 standard location points either side for the standard crash bar. So that should be pretty straightforward. To the front. So this is the front bumper, again same powder coat, looks really good. We've just gone through and put all the rib nuts in so we can bolt on these plates that we've now got powder coated as well, and they just sit on there underneath. Installation of the front bumper is a little bit more to it than the rear. We've got a couple of brackets made up that kind of bolt onto here and then bolt onto the lower 2 bolts. When this is getting fitted, I'll get Harry to go through that, and we'll kind of use this as a little bit of a fitting guide as well. And then the last thing, I don't know if it's best till last, but I think it's going to make a massive difference, are these. So we've actually gone down a size. The previous wheels and tyres were 18-inch. These are 17s. We did a little bit of measuring to make sure that these would clear the brakes. So because ours have 330mm front discs and calipers, these do actually clear. I think models with 350mm discs, they won't, but I'm not 100% certain on that. And then the tyres, the overall diameter of these are the exact same as before. I think we're probably going to go a little bit bigger at some point, maybe to a 33. But for now, we've got these from Davanti. These are the brand new Terratura mud terrains. I believe this is only the 2nd set in the UK, so the plan is to get these tested, see what they're like, and that's going to be done at Drumclog this weekend. So yeah, plenty happening, but hopefully today for us, but in the next 5 minutes for you guys, Touareg is going to be looking a lot different.
Right, so we're just showing you installation of the Touareg front bumper bar. Bracket's gone first. So the main bracket obviously goes on the front crash bar here, 2 M10s up in there, and then we've reinforced it on the sides, 2 M8s there. The lower rad support arm here, we'll take the M8s out of there, and then we can put this bracket on underneath. This one's tight, this one, keep it loose, and then we'll offer up the bar and we should be able to bolt it up then.
So before we actually get this off the ramp, I thought we'd have a quick look underneath. You can see a bit more of kind of what's going off when it's all installed now. Obviously we've got the Darkside overland logo on there. We've got some ducts that pretty much go straight to the radiator. You can see that straight through. We put a few ducts in this end one, not necessarily getting any direct airflow to the intercoolers, but any kind of airflow up there will help. I think the only thing I'd change with this is the silver bolts. These are the only ones that we had in stock that would work. I think for the actual kit that we'll be selling, this will come with black bolts, and I think it'll kind of look a little bit more subtle. At the minute, these make it look a little bit more industrial. But I suppose for illustration purposes, you can kind of see how these plates attach and how it all works. So really happy with that. Let's go and have a look at the back. So obviously we're looking at the rear now. Really simple again. I think we mentioned it before, but it's literally just bolted on in the standard rear crash bar location. We've got the drop plate on there with the tow ball. Just going to try not to touch that again because it's greased up and it's going to get dirty. But obviously we can use this as a recovery point as well, so we can get the receiver point in there, and that'll enable us to tow out from the rear. So it's a bit hard to see what it's going to look like until it's on the floor. So let's get it on the floor, get it out, and we'll have a good look around it, see what it's like. So, better late than never. We said we were going to pull this off the ramp and get it outside to have a look at it. We're a bit pushed for time because we had to set off to Scotland to get up to Drumclog. So this is now 4 or 5 weeks later to when we originally said. But we have took it to Drumclog. We've been off-roading and the bumpers worked really well. The extra approach angle and departure angle meant we actually sustained no damage to this. Although for mine, which is exactly the same car, I did nearly rip my full rear bumper off, and I've ripped my arch off at front as well. So I'll put some pictures on the damage on mine versus this.
Looks like I've sustained a bit more damage here.
New bumpers, front and rear. Get it plenty of ground clearance, so they've done the job. Which might result in mine getting the same bumpers as well at some point. But for now, it's all about this one. So ignore the wheels and tyres as well. Since then we've swapped to 33 inch. But if you want to see what's involved to get those to fit on the 7P model, you're going to have to subscribe to the channel and watch that video in the future. But yeah, really happy with how these have turned out. We are currently in production for the 7L bumpers, so pretty much exactly the same as this, but suited for the 7L Touareg. Same on the rear. If we're going to have a look at the rear. So the rear bumper worked well at Drumclog. This is what I ended up doing to mine. So if I had that bumper on, I definitely wouldn't have had that problem. We did a few recoveries on this at Drumclog. Again, if we'd have not had that there, we'd have been towing or doing the recovery off the standard towing eyes, which, although we did do on mine, it's not ideal, especially for heavier recoveries. You want something a bit more substantial. So really happy. Both the front and rear bumpers for this are listed on the website now, so you can purchase these. We do offer worldwide shipping, obviously, to some areas such as America and Australia. It will be quite expensive, but whether it's worthwhile, if you can't get something like this in your country, it might still work out cheaper than getting it custom made. Across obviously the UK and Europe, we can offer competitive shipping prices, so chances are if you want one of these, you want it shipping out, order on the website, we'll get it out pretty quickly. The next thing for the 7Ps are the rock sliders, so we've got a set of development ones on here at the minute. We're going to be redesigning those and getting those listed on the website as well over the next couple of weeks, so maybe by the time this video's out we'll have the rock sliders listed too, so check the links in the description. Thanks again for watching, see you in the next video.